Thank you for those that made it. And we're gonna get started. Some of you guys know my name is Erica Zemire, but I go by Koze. I am a Bachelor of Social Work student. I am concentrating right now in school social work. So graduating May 2026. Woohoo! And I am a Gilman Scholar. So this is one of like my follow-up project, my project. So just showing you guys about studying abroad, or I'm gonna be talking about the Gilman Scholar. And today I want to share resources, story, and encouragement to help you see that studying abroad is possible, no matter your background, finance, or fear. So some of you guys who are here have already studied abroad, others haven't, and some of you guys may be in high school or starting college, so you could be thinking about it. And this is the agenda for today. So it's going to be welcome and a purpose. 2, we're going to do why study abroad matters. 3 is going to be like my experience studying in Barcelona, Spain. And 4 is going to be breaking the myths. 5 is going to be talking about the Gilman Scholarship. And 6 is going to be like how to get started. 7 is just going to be like the Gilman's application steps. And then 8 is just going to be guest speakers. So a couple people that went to study abroad with me. They can just say anything they want to share, and it's going to be Q&A, and then we're going to be closing and networking, get to know each other. You never know. So my purpose is to educate, what study abroad is about, and also to break finance and cultural barriers. As a first-generation student, immigrant or refugee myself, so I understand how it feels to be to dream and you don't know how to go from a place to another, how to go to another place. So I know how it feels like. So this is to show that if I could do it, you can do it as well. So today I also want to give you the tools and the confidence to go for it. Why it matters. Personal growth, cultural understanding, career advantages, if you want to work in different countries, you never know. Independence and confidence, lifelong connection. Study abroad changes how you see the world and how you see yourself. You learn to navigate new places, meet new people, build skills employers love. And it gives you a new level of confidence and global awareness that stays with you. So my study abroad experience was in Spain, in Barcelona, and it was a faculty-led, which was with Professor Gabe. He's back there. Woohoo! I went with global nursing. It was amazing, guys. I loved it. If I could do it again, I would do it again. Even though it was short, I wish it was longer. I learned a lot, honestly, on a personal level, even on my journey as a school social worker. It actually even inspired me to become I always want to do international social work. This also showed me another perspective. So I learned about health and culture, especially we're learning about different health care in Spain. Just seeing that in a Western perspective, and also being African as well. So it was there were some similarity and some differences that I got to see myself. So my time in Barcelona really shaped me personally and professionally. I saw what healthcare and culture looked like in another country, and it deepened my passion to become an international social worker. But I also did face some challenges, sometimes you have to get used to a place, being able to adapt to a different place, the time adjustment, those are not they're not big, major challenges, but they're still challenges. But it's also where it's learning to get out of your comfort zone, so which is really good. We have to learn to get out of our comfort zone. So those challenges did make me stronger, where now, I can go anywhere and be yeah, I did that, I can do it again. Even some of the pictures you see, we visited different places. I just posted a couple pictures. That first picture, it was, but they call it the Stairway of Heaven. That's what I remember. And the other pictures with me and my friend Enzo. We were learning how to cook. We were making the eggs right there. And the other dish under is called the paella. Usually have seafood in there, but this one was special made for us because some of us don't eat seafood, but no shame to those that do, so. And then the other picture was when we went to Sagrada de Familia. They call it the Holy Family. The other one, it was when we went to visit OBGYN in Spain. So, breaking the myths. Usually a lot of people say, oh, it's too expensive. Others say it's only for certain majors as college students. Some people say, oh, usually most of the time we see a lot of like business majors. That's the most thing like we see when it comes to study abroad. But all majors, they have programs. So don't feel like, oh, they don't have my program or my interest. Other myths, I won't fit in. The world we live in is very diverse. So embrace your diversity. Myth number 4, it's scary to go alone. They have different programs. They have like the faculty-led, the one we went to, because I was like, I never wanted to go study abroad by myself, but I'm glad they had those faculty-led because you go with a professor and other classmates, which is really less scary, I could say. But here's some of the truth. You can afford it. You can study abroad with almost any major, and you will belong. You won't be alone as well. So this myth, they stop so many students from even trying, but they're not true. So there are programs for every major, funding that covers the cost, and communities abroad are waiting to support you. Yeah, you can see some of us, like the group that I went with, that picture's is to your right. And then the other one that was like outside of the apartment that I was staying at, they had this event. I heard music, and I remember my friend Sophia was like, oh, Jose, go check it out. What is it? So I did want to check it out. They were having this, just playing music, and then they had dressed in costume. There's people inside those statues. So I went and I took pictures. So there are different scholarships. There's the Gilman Scholarship, and there's other scholarship as well. So the Gilman Scholarship is one of the most life-changing scholarship for student who needs financial support. And there are also many other scholarships available. There's a UNCG Pell Grant, and there are also other program-specific grants, but also do research. Ask. So how to get started? If you are a student here at UNCG, of course, visit the study abroad office, explore the programs they have, meet with an advisor. I do know if you're a student here, they have like, you can join the Canva course, and then you can get started, and you can also like meet with the advisor and you can talk to them. So, but if you are in high school, I mean, you gotta get enrolled in college, in a university, depending which university you do prefer. But in other different universities, you just gotta ask around and see if that university you attend have a study abroad program. Also, check the deadlines and start saving early. You never know. $5 can go a long way. Save. Don't just spend. And then think about your goals. What do you want to do? What do you want to accomplish? Like, this process is easier when you start early. Go talk to the study abroad office, wherever you are, at the university you at. But here at UNCG, go to the study abroad office, talk to them. They don't bite. They are very helpful. Tell them your goals, your interests, and your financial concerns too, and they will guide you. Don't wait till the last minute, guys. So this is the Gilman application, step by step. So I am a Gilman scholar. I went through all this steps, so I'm just gonna go over through the process. So usually the Gilman scholar, it really helps you if you are studying abroad, and usually you have to already be accepted in the program that you are gonna do overseas. So you need to already have or know the program you're gonna do, and you have to be a U.S. citizen for this to be considered for the application. And then the application actually has 3 essays you have to do. So the essays, they are very competitive, so they really they're trying to see, because you do 3 essays. There's the statement of purpose. Basically, it's when you're going to talk about why do you want to study abroad? Who are you? Basically, you talk to them. You have to think about it like Shark Tank, like you are selling yourself out, not in a bad way, but tell them your story. Tell them where you come from. Tell them your interests, things you like to do, what makes you unique, because each one of you guys are unique. Yeah, you have something that you can do, I can't do, something that you are interested, something that you love to do. What are you passionate about? And in the community impact essay is basically you telling the Benjamin Gilman Scholarship, you telling them that how are you going to present USA wherever you are going to study? How are you going to show them who you are? Like how you building that connection between those 2 countries. So that's the second essay. And the third one is like a follow-on service project, so which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, my last part of my whole process. So basically, I decided I wanted to do like a little seminar, present the Gilman Scholar to other students like me, other kids like me who are immigrants, who are refugee, first generation. Also those who feel different. They feel like, oh, nobody can support them. So that's the third essay. And also, you also gotta collect your documents, your transcript. So if you study another university before the university you are at, if you did community college, they need all your formal official documents. They need to see all of that. And you also have to have an advisor. So they have 2 advisors. They have like a financial advisor. And also for your study abroad, if you are going with someone, like if you have a faculty led, which is easier, so you put that information, or if you are with a study abroad, they will actually guide you how to do it, how to do the whole process. And also even when it comes to the writing, they have the writing centers, even friends who are really good at writing. For my essays, I went to my friends. I was like, hey, can you check over my paper? How does this look? If I read this to you, does it give you a hook? When you start your essay, I would start with a hook, something that drags or gives people attention. And you submit your application, and then you wait for the decision. And usually the decision can take 2 months, depending when you do apply. So just gotta hope, and also be confident that you're gonna get it. Be confident that I put my heart and sweat into this essays, and I'm gonna achieve it, and I'm gonna be one of the applicants. That's the mindset that I had too. It's also changing your mindset. Don't be like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna be one of them. Think that you are one of them, Just be like, I know I got it. Positive mindset. So, I know I spoke a lot, y'all. Unfortunately, a lot of people couldn't make it today, and some had other things that came up at last minute, but it's okay. This is better than nothing. So I also want you guys to maybe to hear a couple things from some of my friends who went to study abroad together. Some of them are in the pictures. You're gonna see them here. Yeah, so I really had a good time, built some good connection that I know it's for a lifetime. Up here like a panel.
Is it like a panel?
Do y'all want it that way? That was our faculty led, Professor Gabe. He leads nursing. He gonna talk about himself. So yeah, you guys can like talk about your experiences or challenges or even advice as well. And also introduce yourself too. And
okay, we'll introduce ourselves.
Hey everybody, my name is Gabriel. I'm a clinical faculty in the School of Nursing, and I led the program that Jose joined and is talking to y'all about.
Hi, I'm Lorenzo. I was in the cooking photos. I'm also there. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Isabella. I'm a nursing student, and I found out about the program through Professor Gabe.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I was one who told her to go check out the music. I found out about the program last minute through a professor who works with Professor Gabe. And so I'm so lucky that I was able to join. Oh my goodness, but it was an honor.
All right, so you guys could just talk about your experience, because if this was your first time like studying abroad, how was it?
Honestly, I think I talked about this a lot before we left during our preparation meetings. Was it weekly or bi-weekly?
Monthly.
It's been a minute. Monthly. And I just talked about how, like, just hearing about the Islamophobia that's going on in Europe, the xenophobia that's going on in Europe, I was really, really afraid to go, because I was like, I don't know what that's going to look like, if I'm going to be treated like an American, if I'm going to be treated like, I wasn't sure. It was an unknown for me, And so Professor Gabe would always, because he's done this 1,000 times, always reassure me, you're going to be fine, you're going to be. When I got off that plane, I was like, what? It was so diverse. I mean, I just kept talking. I mean, I'm always talking, but from the airport all the way to the house, like, this is, there's hijabis everywhere, there's Muslims everywhere. I am so happy. So, I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of, I mean, that's from my experience. Other people might have had other experiences, but from the side of diversity, Spain specifically is not something that you have to worry about, but make sure you take those precautions, especially if you know who you are, the place that you're going to. Do your research and ask around. But yeah.
My experience, I was the same thing as Sophia. I was nervous and I didn't know how it would be, but it was fine. I'd say definitely do it. I was super lucky that it was a nursing study abroad program, so we got to do different seminars that were focused towards nurses. We got to tour a hospital, go to some clinics and stuff like that. So I learned so much about their healthcare system, and it was good. It was fun too.
Hi. I'm a social work major. I guess I should have said that at the beginning. Having the social work program kind of added on to this was really important, and it made it so a lot of other people could join and be doing social work related activities as well as nursing, and that was really interesting to blend those two. And I think Spain was a fantastic experience and something that I will hold on to for the rest of my college career, and especially the people that I was with. It was really important, I think, that I went with a UNCG faculty member and that I was surrounded by people who were also from UNCG. I think that was really fundamental to my journey.
I have a slightly different experience because I'm the faculty, right? But yeah, I think it's really cool that I've had the opportunity to lead so many different students for so many years at this point. One of the things that I try really hard and have had a little bit more success in the last couple of years is expanding the program to other majors, right? It was, of course, originally developed as a nursing program, but we've had social work students, we've had all sorts of different majors come join us over the years, and that diversity of experience, perspective, knowledge has really made the program that much better over the years.
Oh, and the next question is, what advice would you give to a student who feels scared or unsure about going abroad?
Do it anyway. Do it scared. That's half the fun.
Have a buddy, make friends in your little cohort, because if you have somebody that's you can depend on, that is in your direct circle, that is also from the same country you're from, that can often be really helpful.
Yeah, definitely have a buddy, but even if you don't, I feel like just go for it. You'll be fine, and you'll make it through. But once you're on the plane over there, you're stuck there. So
It's the one way.
So all my cohorts can tell you my experience is a little bit more different, because I embraced all the strangers there. Yeah. My mom told me, do not talk to strangers. I said, okay, mommy. I got off the plane. We went around our neighborhood, and I met a friend that day. And so, where were we? The next day we went to a park. It was on the slide. And I said, meet me at the park. And the professor was like, who is this?
You leave there?
It's my cousin. He was like, is that actually? I was like, no. Because we just connected. So So I say that, like, be cautious, be safe. But, like, strangers are part of the experience. Like, now I have friends that are from, like, different parts of the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, be safe, guys. Be safe. But I'm like, for real, like, strangers are amazing. Like, just, you know, have street smarts, you know, go with your intuition, but definitely, like, embrace that experience, you know. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna talk to them in a different language, it's gonna be like, you know, ChatGPT and Google Translate and everything, sign everything, but it's just, it's part of it. It's part of it. It's amazing, you know. So, yeah.
And another question is, what surprised you the most about your host country? I know Professor Gabe got a lot of stuff, but I just want to, for the first timer.
The heat. It was hot.
Oh.
But the thing is, and Professor Gabe, you told us this, he was like, turn off the AC and open the windows, and we were like, what?
Yeah.
But we did it, and it was like magic.
Wow.
Like the air circulation is something about the Mediterranean Sea. See, I'm taking a geography class, and I still can't explain it. Something about the wind and the front and all that. It was just, like, it was better than having the AC on. And so that's one thing that shocked me, was like the weather and how, like, the weather is actually different, and it changes the experience of the place as well. Not just like, oh, I'm gonna wear shorts, I'm gonna wear a jacket today. No, like the mood, you know, and just embracing that culture. It's so much fun.
Okay.
The only other country I traveled to besides the U.S. is Mexico. So like I wasn't familiar with any other type of like I guess developed country. So what surprised me the most was that Spain was literally just another developed country, but they just did it differently than us. And it's so interesting. It's like I don't know, like when you go to for me when I go to Mexico, like it's like a third world country or whatever. So you see the way they do things, but Spain's literally just like I guess I'm not almost another us, but it's like another place. But they just did everything differently, and they're fine. But yeah.
Accessibility was definitely. I rode in a car twice the entire 2 months we were there, and that was to and from the airport. And that was really a new experience for me, to not having ride in a car at all, not having to need a car.
Wow.
You're gonna have to come study abroad to find out.
Okay. Let's change our majors.
All right, guys. So this is gonna be Q&A. What about you guys? Do you have any question for us?
I don't know if you can answer the question, but like as a senior, like I'm graduating in May. I haven't been able to study abroad, but let's say hypothetically I wanted to try like this summer after I graduated. Do you know if that's still possible or not? Even though I would have technically graduated.
Let's talk.
Okay.
How would you get from place to place without a car?
I walked a lot. I used the metro.
Like a subway?
So well signed. The signs are so good. Everything is very well marked. You know what metro you're on. They're color coordinated. Even if you are, they had, if you don't know Spanish, you will be fine. Also, it was just really easy to kind of know where you were. There are a lot of very significant landmarks, obviously, around Spain. And you can smell the coast all the time, which I think is pretty cool.
How was the food like?
What was your favorite meal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a new question.
All of y'all.
I mean,
Did you go to Bismillah?
No. He was the one who was eating a lot of places. So go ahead. Everybody eating at somewhere else. So
Was it different from here? Like,
definitely. I think
okay.
the bread was some of the best bread I've ever had. I will never have bread like I had bread in Spain, and it was so cheap. The food was. If you wanted to eat it cheap, it was so cheap. And they had these little like I'm gonna talk about the bread if you guys let me.
Yeah.
I like bread. I love bread.
They had these little bakeries in almost like little. They had like quadrants of like neighborhoods, and they had little bakeries in every quadrant of neighborhood, and they were little places, but they were baking the bread right there, and it was so good, and it was only like €3, and yeah.
Okay.
I say I noticed it was really good. It was fresh. A lot of it was local too, so that was cool. Yeah.
For me, I would say you said food, right?
Yeah.
The best food that I ever had was in the Raval region, the neighborhood. Oh, the Raval. Okay, it's an immigrant population, and one thing about me, I mean, I love Spanish food and everything, but I was like, okay, I need a taste of home. So, which is anything but Spanish. So I went and I was like, a Desi restaurant. Oh my gosh, like I grew up on Desi food. So we went and it was called Bismillah Kababish, and the restaurants, I feel like it's like a hole in the wall. Those are the ones that have like Manhattan subs, for example. Like that was there, you know? So we went there and it was what, 12 euros?
Yeah.
It was so good.
Really good.
It was really good. So I say experience, like at first I was like, no, I'm tired of shawarma. I'm tired of everybody, like, no, I'm gonna eat just paella all the time.
Okay.
But just because you're used to a certain culture doesn't mean that that culture does the same thing that you do. Like Desi food in Spain tastes different than Desi food in the States because they're using like maybe different ingredients, you know, what they have available. So I say like you can still want to go somewhere and get close to your culture or maybe someone else's culture that you're used to, but they're gonna do it a little bit more differently. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a foodie, so and a lot of times I cooked. So I usually would cook African food, and everybody, you know, I'll invite them or I'll bring them a plate. So yeah, it was really amazing. They gotta try fufu, guys. So
In Barcelona?
Yes, in Barcelona with beef stew, lentils. They gotta try. I didn't make okay. It was spinach, spinach stew, some rice. So I hit them with the East African coast. Even we're in Europe, so it was amazing. Like I think it was this picture right here, the one we were like having a whole little potluck, like good farewell, and then we had different food, so it was amazing. Yeah, we had like all around. So yeah, you guys have any other questions?
Give people a chance, because I wasn't I talking smack about Moroccans the whole time. So I'm half Moroccan, I can say that. But I was there and I was like, they're not the same as the ones in America. Oh my gosh, they're this, they're that. I was like, guys, stay away. Like, but I gave them a chance. Like even the mosque that was right by our house, I was so scared that there wouldn't be diversity. There was a mosque like across. You see that white building right? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like,
Yeah. That's the mosque.
Yeah,
like,
we was
how
there.
ironic is that, right? So I'm gonna get to your question about strangers. And I was like, ugh, I'm not really feeling the Muslim community. Maybe it's not for me. I'll just pray at home. But I kept giving it a chance, and I kept getting to know the strangers, and I kept saying, hey, my name is Sophia. I'm an American student. Nice to meet you. And then eventually, you know, they warm up to you, and it was, and speaking of food, to tie that back together, one of the girls I had met, I was in the bathroom making wudu. We make ablution, like we purify before we pray. And I met a woman, and I was like, do you want me to show you? She's like, oh, I was born Muslim. I said, oh, okay. And she says, I've never met a Spaniard Muslim before because everyone else is an immigrant. You know, but she was from Catalonia, the region, and she says, you know how I became Muslim? I said, no, tell me, because I told her I'm American. And she said, I became Muslim after watching the Malcolm X movie. I said, wow. And then the conversations you have with strangers, because I'm getting goosebumps, you know? Like, had I not told her, hey, I'm from American, I would have not have known her story.
Yeah.
And so we went into the Black movement and how, you know, Black Muslims and just Black people in general were very influential people and this and that. And she says, you know what, come later today. My daughter is the president of the Muslim Student Association. And there's a lot of Muslim youth. And again, it's a risk. Like, I don't know her. I met her at the bathroom of the mosque in a foreign country. Who are you? I don't know. But I'm going to go because I love strangers. But you know what? I prayed about it. I did. And I went. I took my friend, who was also part of our study abroad program, and we went together. Always have a buddy. Like what I said, always have a buddy. Even if you're taking risks, take risks together, you know? So we go together and we meet all these amazing girls, and they became my lifelong friends, you know?
Wow.
We had food at the beach, went out. I just embrace it, but be safe.
Anybody else? Well, if there's nobody else, well, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys. Clap for them. Thank you. Thank you. And I just also want to do a huge shout out to the Office of Intercultural Engagement. UNCG Study Abroad, there's over there called Dominic over there. So they're from Study Abroad, so you can also ask them questions. Also, first generation here are UNCG. They're over there. Thank you for coming. And also ASU, I'm part of ASU, the African Student Union here on campus. So I just want to thank you for all of those who have collaborated with me, posted my poster or flyer, everybody who showed up. If it was a lot, but it was a lot in my heart. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. And if you also want to connect, there goes some of my social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, email. That's my school email. So yeah. So I don't know if you guys have any other questions, but you can network or talk. So we have this room till 5.